Welcome back to the Google Keep series. This is Module 2, Using Google Keep in the Classroom. The learning objective for this model is to provide you with some examples of how the students could use Google Keep in your classroom. So again, we're back at the Take a Note box here at the top of Google Keep. Let's take a closer look at this. So if we click in here, it will start a new note. If we click on this, it will start a new list note. This is a shortcut on how to format a note that will look like this. You could start a note with an image, or where we're going to go today is you can also make a note with a drawing. So when you click on this pen right up here, it opens up this canvas. So let's take a look at the top of the canvas. So there are a number of tools at the top. The first one's going to be the pen. If I just click in here and I make a smiley face, even though my smiley face is a little lopsided, that's terrible. So I'm going to erase it. And to erase it, I just click on the eraser, and then I can just tap on the lines, the marks that I made. Now you can see there's a little one there that I'll never be able to click on. So I can just clear the page and it will just clear every mark that I had just made. So I'm actually going to go back to the pen, and right here is where I can choose my pen color. And there's a lot of them. Just have to remember to look for these little carrots. And I can also determine how thick I want my line. So I'm going to go with something like this. I'm just going to click on here to fold up that window again. So I'm going to pretend that I'm in a math class right now, and I need to demonstrate for the teacher how to solve a problem. So I'm going to say 2 plus 4 equals 8. And it's that simple. Now there are some other markers and pens up here. So this was actually the pen. This is the marker. So when I click on the marker, again, there are other colors that I can utilize and thicknesses. So I'm going to choose red, and again, click up here to fold up the window. And as the teacher, I might say, nope, that's not right. So now I can go over to my highlighter, and I'm going to just choose yellow. Again, you can expand to see more colors or collapse. I'm going to choose my line thickness to be the third one over from the right, and again collapse my window. And I want to make sure the student understands that this is a plus, even though 4 times 2 is not 8 either, but just as an example. So I can undo within my drawing or redo. This will bring me to full screen or short screen. The more buttons, the hot dogs over here, I can download this onto my desktop as a PNG, or I can delete the whole thing. If I click on this, I can grab part or all of my drawing, but I'm just going to simply click on the back button. So down here, I can call this So my text for my note is a great way to share information across devices is to use Google Keep. So here's an idea. In math class, you can have the students do this, but then it's just a picture, and for a longer process, you don't get where their head is at. So I'm going to close this, and I'm going to start a new note, again with a drawing. So an idea for math class might also be to have the students make a screen recording using QuickTime. This way they can show the teacher how they actually worked through a problem simply by working it out here on the canvas. So I'm going to, again, choose my pen color and my line thickness, and I'm going to put my equation up here. So it's 4, and what am I going to put under this? 13. I can also use my mouse on my trackpad. So I'm going to put a comma there. The problem is 1,372 divided by 4. Well, 4 goes into, as the student I can say, 4 goes into 13 3 times, which is 12. That leaves me with 1. I bring down the 7. 4 goes into 17 4 times, which is 16, which leaves me 1. I bring down the 2 since 4 doesn't go into 1, and 4 goes into 12 3 times, which is 12, which leaves me with 0. So that's how a student could work out this problem. So I'm going to click the back button to take me back to the note, and that's where maybe I would stop my screen recording, and then I can send that to the teacher. If you wanted the student to turn this drawing in, I might suggest that you have the students title this note with their name and maybe a hashtag so that that's a label. So this is going to be Susie Smith. The label is going to be Math 9, Chapter 3. And my text is going to be Chapter 3, Division. And I would want to collaborate with the teacher. So I'm going to collaborate with Mrs. Showers. Save this. As a student, I could color coordinate this if I wanted to. You can add yet another picture if you want, and I'm going to click on Done. Now, because my math is right here, my math hashtag is right here, it's not picking it up as a label. So in order for the teacher to get all of the Google Keep notes in one spot, to be able to filter down, to be able to search just by this hashtag, we're going to actually add a label. So we're going to add a label. I do not have a label in here already with this name, so I'm going to say Math 9, Chapter 3. I'm going to create this as a label, and it now appears up there, and now I can click Done. And now you can see I have a label here. If I go in, I'm just going to add that same label here. So there, I've just chosen that label. And so now both of my math equations have this label. So now as a teacher, I can search my Google Keep for just that label. So I'm going to say hashtag Math 9, Chapter 3. And when I hit the Enter key, it will just return the Keep notes that have that hashtag. So as long as the students remember to add the teacher as a collaborator, the teacher will get these notes, and you can see that all of my other notes have been filtered out. If I click on the X, I'm going to go back to my notes, and here are all of my notes within my Google Keep.